Hi there, I'm Spitfire, partner with TGN. Today, I'd like to talk to you about an application that recently became available in the Steam Marketplace. The application is called CameraBag 2. As you can see behind me, we have a copy of the application we'll be taking a look at. Now, this is a first impressions video, so do keep in mind that this is not going to be an extensive overview or look at the program itself. Now, first thing that I noticed when I loaded this up is that it's very elegantly designed. And it's very easy to use. The very first thing that I did is I actually imported a picture of my wife from our wedding shoot. Now there are a few different ways that you can do this. You can do this through the menus here. But personally, one thing I always like to do when I'm checking out a new piece of software is to see that if it allows for dragging and dropping. And if it does that, then that means that the developers have at least taken us, the users, in consideration. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go to Pictures. Now I also keep some of my video stuff in here too, so do apologize about that. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're actually going to import this picture of my wife. Alright, now this is from our wedding back in April. Now, one of the great things about this is there are several, I believe 100 or more of these filters that you can put on it. So it's very similar to the application that many of us have on our phones. Now where it differs to those particular applications is that everything is editable. Meaning, for instance, let's say I want to add this. Okay, I can actually correct the color in real time to get the effect that I'm looking for. As you can see here, we are affecting the color curve. Now, I'm not a photographer. I'm a gamer, which means that I would prefer to spend my time gaming rather than, looking at pictures and trying to get things just right. And that's one place that I think this application has really gotten it right. For instance, you can see here that I've edited this picture with a filter, and I kind of like the way that it looks. I can actually save this filter and put it in my favorites, so that if I would like to use it again for another photo, it's very easy, because this is not the default. To find these particular settings again exactly would be very time consuming. So for instance, if I wanted to go ahead and name this YouTube test and hit save, it will go ahead and save this copy of this filter. So here at the bottom, you'll actually see it's placed that there for us. Now it actually gets a little bit more complicated than that. And that's one of the great things about this tool that I'm noticing so far. It is both as easy and as complicated as you want to make it. So for instance, let's say that I wanted to add another filter. I can do that. I can simply add the current filter to what I'm already looking at. So let's say I really like this filter here, okay? But rather than, let's see here, let's say I would like to also have this effect. I can go ahead, hit the plus button. It will add the reddening effect too. Now, here's an interesting thing. You can reorder these to gain different effects. So for instance, you notice the plastic effect, we moved and we got a different effect, different image, more or less. And it's just, the whole thing is wonderful. And once you find something you like, you can just save it. You don't have to remember what it is you did. You don't have to spend a lot of time with that. As you can see here, there are also sliders with each one of these so that you can nail down exactly what it is you want. And I really like that. Like I said, this is a tool that allows you to be as detailed as you would like, as well as easy, as straightforward as you'd like. You can also add borders. Borders are a great feature. As you see here, we are, let's see, let's go ahead and use this border. As you can see, it's added a classic border here. Now this is kind of where we get into the more artsy or stylized different borders and features, really. And this is also another thing that you can kind of play with. Now, one thing that I also like about this particular piece of software is it has a quick look button. So if I don't want to go through each and every possible combination of these, I can take what I currently have and it will do a quick render of all of the possible things that I'm looking at, and I can then take that and turn it around, and I can choose at a glance, at a look, what it is I would like to see, and it's really a time saver. As you can see, after a very quick render, we are actually left with some really interesting things here. And I really like this one here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to choose that, and there we go. Again, this is all something you can save. So if you wanted to do an entire album this way, you could do that. It's not going to cause you a problem at all. And you do have a favorites list. Now, of course, this actually evolves with time depending on what you're using the most of, and what you seem to like. So yeah, that's really great. And the same thing works with styles. You can, as you can see here on my screen, it'll take the original image and it'll give me a few options based on its own algorithms, and maybe give you a starting point. And I really like that because nothing here is finished. Nothing here is done. It's not like the application that I have on my phone where I'm pretty much stuck with whatever the filter tells me that I'm stuck with. It's really a little bit more fine-grained than that, and I really like that. And it just seems like a lot of thought has been put into the application, as well as its ease of use. For instance, like I said, importing images. I could go up here and I could take a look at all of this stuff, but to be honest with you, you can use the application, never worry about that menu. That is until it's time to go ahead and save and export and all that. And I really like it. I do. I don't think that I'll go back to using the application on my phone after using this piece of software. And I do look forward to looking at some of the more detailed things with this particular piece of software, because it does seem like it's one of those things that you can get lost in. Now, it's not meant to be a big name photo editor, so to speak, in that you're not going to use this to remove people from photographs. You're not going to use this to meld two photographs together. However, it is a very high quality tool for what it's meant for. This is not for the big box photo editing, so to speak. This is really just a very, I don't necessarily want to say specialized tool, because it's not. It's a very general use tool. I would say that it is a step in between the phone application that a lot of us use and a big box piece of software that we may never use all the features in. Not only that, it's very quick, it's very easy, and I don't have to worry about all of the different settings. I was able to take a few photographs and very quickly get the desired effect that I wanted and move on. I did not have to worry about going through pages and pages and pages of manuals or YouTube tutorials. Everything was very self-explanatory. It's straightforward. And, as I said before, design has been a key issue that the developers have taken a look at. Before I go on too much more and gush any more than I already have, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to leave you with this thought. This is available in the Steam store. It's also available on the developer's website, which I will link below. This is available for Windows and Mac. To get started with this, I believe the download size is about 70 megabytes. And there is a trial download on their website. If you'd like to check it out, go ahead. The team that did this, they seem very friendly. Their support seems wonderful from what I can tell so far. Until next time, I'm Spitfire with Game Mode 5. Like, subscribe, comments please.